Well, Yom Kippur is a big day, especially in Israel. I'm sure it is a very central and memorable feast in every Jewish home, but especially in Israel, given the fact that Israel is the homeland of the Jewish people. And as such, there are many certain, there are certain things that obviously are very unique to Israel. Just to begin with, it's a day where everything seems to stand still, even in terms of traffic, in terms of the fact that there's no broadcasting of any kind, not even on cable TV. Everything simply shuts down. And even if you're not particularly religious, you're definitely are going to experience a day that is like no other day in the year. And so one of my memorable things, of course, especially as a child, was the fact that everything shut down. And initially, of course, the younger you are, the lack knowledge you have about the actual meaning of the holiday, but practically what it means is that everything shuts down. And I think in Israel as a whole, especially from a child's perspective, it's really a day. It's a fun day almost. It's a day where everyone is taking out their bicycles. Everybody's obviously at home. There's no traffic on the roads. You can essentially cycle along the highways even if you want to. But of course, as the more you grow, the more you realize what it entails. I think, especially from a Jewish perspective, especially biblical perspective, during the time while the temple was still in place, I think the main purpose and point was to have people understand, the Jewish people understand, the seriousness of sin and the atonement of sin. I think that this is somehow something that we, especially in the West, are kind of sort of lost it along the way. But I think that, especially biblically speaking, everybody in the nation knew how big sin was and how important it was to essentially obtain whether forgiveness of sin, but especially atonement of sin, which is essentially postponement of the judgment that you deserve for your sins. And so today, I think it's more of a day of reflection. It basically forces people, whether they're religious or less religious, to sort of like go out of their comfort zone. Whether they fast or not, whether they go to the synagogue or not, it is definitely a day where they're forced to sort of like confront with their own selves. And I think this is the most important aspect of that day, that it kind of forces you to sort of struggle with your own self, to examine your own self in the light of sin and what sin really means for you.